Alright, so we're going to be making a CBD tincture slash vape juice. We got our milligram scale right here, food grade propylene glycol, our CBD isolate, and a tincture jar. Alright, let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a certain amount of the propylene glycol, and I need to be sure to count how many milliliters I add with my dropper here. So we're going to start with filling this up. I think we're going to start with getting Okay, let's start with, that's 1 milliliter, that's 2 milliliters, that's 3 milliliters, and that's 4. Okay, starting with 4 milliliters. Go ahead and refill this back up. Okay, so we're at 4 milliliters. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this, and I'll come back with the next step. Okay, done with that step. Now we have 24 total milliliters in there. Next, we're going to calculate how much CBD we want to add. So, for the dropper here that goes with the tincture jar, it can measure in doses of the smallest amount being 0.25 milliliters, as you can see on there. So, we're going to do 15 milligrams for every 0.25 milliliters of propylene glycol. There are 24 whole milliliters in here. So that means 4 doses for every 1 milliliter, which means we need to do 24 times 4 equals 96. So we have 96 total doses in here, but we haven't actually added the CBD yet. And we want to add 15 milligrams for each one of the 0.25 milliliters. So now that we know that there's 96 1/4 of a milliliters, we just need to do times 15 to figure out what total amount of CBD we need to add. Okay, do equals, and that means we need to add essentially 1.5 grams of CBD. So I think this milligram scale might be a little bit too small for something that big, so I might actually get my other scale out. So give me one moment. Okay, I decided I actually do want to assure accuracy, so basically I'm going to use the milligram scale. It's just going to take quite a long time. I might actually go for a bigger scooper than this one, because it's going to take me a minute to add it if I add it with that one. Alright. So I got a teaspoon here. Go ahead and add Okay, so... Oh, wow, that's That I somehow completely eyeballed pretty much exactly where I wanted to be. That's awesome. All right. Well, yeah, a little extra when you're working with big numbers like this is going to be fine. So, point. And you know what? Actually, it just re-centered out to pretty much be exactly almost where I wanted to be. But this little, 20 milligrams extra is not going to add that much to the dosing. It'll add like essentially it's meaningless in the grand scheme of things considering there are 96 total doses in here. You're essentially adding like maybe 1 milligram at max to each of the doses, but not even 1 milligram. It would be more like a 0.25 of a milligram. So this is perfect. So now we're just going to go ahead and add it to our tincture jar with the propylene glycol. All right. Okay, I think I got most of it off there. Right, let me just get this dust off of here now. Okay, so now we need to shake it until this fluid becomes clear because right now the CBD is not dissolved into the propylene glycol. So it's just going to be a matter of shaking it for quite a while until the fluid becomes completely clear. Alright, I've been shaking for a minute now, and would you look at that? Almost can't even tell that there's anything in there. It just looks like regular propylene glycol now. It's a little cloudy still, but by the time I'm done with this, it'll probably be completely clear. So now I'm going to go ahead and put some labels on this container. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and print the label with some dosage information on it. Print one copy. Cut it. There we go. And it says, you can read that, dear Lord. This camera won't focus. 15 milligrams of CBD per 0.25 milliliters of PG. Then I put some little emojis on there. So let's go ahead and get this on there. Alright, now I got the labels on there. simply gonna seal it up for being sent to my buddy. Then it is all set. And that is how you make a CBD tincture that you can also vape. All right, thank you.